Oh, there we go. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the stream. Thank you guys very much for being here today. I do appreciate it. I hope you are all doing well this Sunday. Happy Sunday to you. Let's move some stuff around. Let's take this and put it up here. There we go. All right. So yeah, welcome guys. It's Esme, Monica, Mendy, Dragonsbane, Ronnie, Karen, Welshman, Lionheart, Wayne, Peter. Good afternoon. Happy Sunday, and welcome. Let's see, I think I have to hit the trainer. I'm going to play this character a little bit today. I don't know if this is all we're going to do, or if we're going to do this for the entire stream, or if it's going to be one of those days where I do this for like an hour and then we go do something else. But this is what we're starting off on today, so we'll see how it goes.
How you doing, man?
Craig, Blue Shadow, good afternoon guys, welcome. Aspect of the pack, okay, yeah, sure, aspect of the pack, and rapid fire. Increases ranged attack speed by 40% for 15 seconds. Well, that sounds good. Chase, happy Sunday to you as well, buddy. Welcome to the stream. Oh, what is this? Widow Venom. A venomous shot that reduces the effectiveness of any healing taken. Oh, so maybe this is like a PvP thing. Rapid fire. There we go. Marlena, good afternoon. Welcome to the stream, and thanks for being here. We're going to Outland.
What do you need? Strength. Dabu. Blood and thunder. Go with honor.
Leah, good afternoon. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, it was a pretty realistic sounding storm, wasn't it?
For honor.
Don't fear the Reaver, he's actually quite nice. He is nice, you just have to get to know him.
For the Horde, go forth to victory.
Speak, friend. Farewell. Be safe. Ogra. Dabu.
I have like so much nostalgia for Hellfire Peninsula. I remember bringing my warrior here in like whatever trash gear he was in and just getting absolutely stomped by like all of the enemies. Like the game got so hard for me when I zoned into Outland for like the first time. Granted, I was a very bad player. You know, to some degree I still am. But even more so at the time was I just awful. And so, like, all of a sudden, like, even my gear was worthless. Everything just got, like, incredibly hard. And I remember just, like, grinding outside of Hellfire Peninsula, just trying to, like, grind up a level so I would be, like, a little bit stronger to actually, like, take on the questing.
Go forth to victory.
Interesting. Glad I could help.
Do I normally level without heirlooms? Yes. Yeah, I normally level without them. Like, part of the reason for that is that I don't have heirlooms. I have a few heirlooms. The other reason is, like, you already level pretty fast anyway. And I like my equipment to, like, change looks as I level up. Because I'm a shallow person and I, like, care about aesthetics. And I kind of hate wearing the same piece of gear for the entire leveling experience. On this character, I don't have any leather heirlooms. I have chain heirlooms, or plate, whatever it is. I guess it's plate. And I have cloth heirlooms. But I don't have any leather heirlooms. I could probably get, like, the shoulders. I probably have enough JP on the warrior to get the shoulders. But I don't really know if I want them or need them. We'll see. We'll see how it goes.
May your blades never dull.
Maybe I'll get them. I have, like, 3,000 justice points that I'm never going to spend for anything. Yeah, now granted, with transmog, you can, you can change the appearance of the heirlooms to be whatever you want, so that's okay. But that requires you to go to a transmog and, like, get that set up. All right. Yep. Let's head out. Flying. Where do I learn? I learned all the riding I could learn in Orgrimmar. I don't know if they taught me flying though. Where would I? Maybe over here I could learn flying somewhere. No, this is just the Windride Master.
What brings you?
Can I already fly? No. So there has to be, like, a specific vendor for me to train outland flying. I don't know where that would be.
Greetings.
Or do I have to go to Shadowmoon Valley? I'm assuming they would have made it a little bit easier to train it by the stables. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, there we go. Okay, cool. Shit. What the shit? What's the deal with this? I learned all the training I could learn in Orgrimmar. I went to the flight trainer. I learned every riding skill I could possibly learn in Orgrimmar at this level. And so I assumed that I would come here and they would have outland flying. Maybe I have to be 60. Leah, I'll take a look at it. Thanks for letting me know. I'm not, like, super active in the Discord. I should be. But I'll take a look. You have to be 60. Oh, okay. Well, that's really freaking lame. Alright. I don't remember it being like that. But okay. Let's go get level 60. Carnifexia, good afternoon and welcome to the stream. Requires skinning knife. Okay. I don't have a skinning knife. That's a problem.
That better be good. Victory for Sylvanas.
Okay, this guy doesn't have a skinning knife either. So somewhere there should be like a trade goods. Oh no, these are so trainer. No, oh, here we go. Perfect. Okay, let's go. Take number 2. Heading out of town. Take 2. Druids get it at 58. Oh, okay, okay. Because they just learn it. They learn like the flight form. Well, that's cheating. I don't really appreciate that. Alright, now I have to remember how to play. Okay. Apparently I have a macro to send the pet in on Hunter's Mark. I'm gonna put this guy on assist. Explosive shot, arcane shot, which I don't even really know if I need to be doing. Kill command. Serpent sting, which maybe I don't even need to be doing. I was kind of wondering if the enemies in Outland would feel a little bit stronger than the enemies I've been fighting on this character previously. So far they don't really seem to be. Oh, that guy took a few hits. Yeah, these guys could be marginally stronger. Alright, we've made everybody mad. Yeah, we've made everybody mad. I could probably do like a trapperoo. Let's see what that does. Okay, okay, that's fine. Okay, great, great, great. Here we go. This is fine. I really wish that when you put the pet on assist, the pet should also be on defensive. If I have my pet on assist, like if I get attacked, I still want my pet to attack. All I want assist to do is to make sure that he attacks something if I attack it, but like I still want him to defend me. Even though I want him on assist, I would like him to like actually still defend me, not just stand by as I get attacked by somebody and he's just doing nothing. Why did I think I had a, why did I think my dead zone was 0 yards? Like, I thought, okay, we have a little bit of a dead zone still. We have like a 5-yard dead zone. Okay, there we go. Now that we've killed every orc in the area, we're good. Lael, good afternoon. Buffalo Bill, welcome to the stream. Thank you guys for being here. I appreciate it. I've been playing too much oh, that's right. We were playing a hunter in retail for a little bit. That's probably why I was like thinking I should have no dead zone. That makes sense. I kind of forgot that we played that character for a while, honestly. For some reason this was the last hunter that I played, but that's not true. Do I have like a silencing shot? I don't seem to have an interrupt. Unless my pet has an interrupt. Which I don't think he does. Tranquilizing shot? I don't know if I have that. Yeah, I'm very much on the fence about hunters. Because like, I'm not really like a pet class person. Yeah, I don't know if I have it. Yeah, a lot of people really like hunters. I just don't know if I like managing a pet. I kind of wish hunters weren't so generic. they're just like, I don't know. I guess I wish the class fantasy for me could be like a little bit different. I don't know. I guess I'm not really like, I'm not really tuned in with like the class fantasy. I guess I would love to be like more specialized. Like I think like a Dark Ranger would be an awesome class. Just like a straight up Dark Ranger. And then like the spells would be different, the abilities would be different. Like you wouldn't have a pet. And I could get down on something like that, but like I'm not really like a pet person, and if you're not a pet person, like the rest of the hunter class is like pretty just like generic. If you're not like really into pets. I have even more problems conceptually with warlocks. Like I think like part of it is like I just don't resonate with pet classes. But the other part of it is I just don't really resonate with like the feel of the class. Warlocks might be like warlocks and druids, and it's funny because like I love the idea of a druid, but I never seem to be able to play them for long. And I just like a warlock, I can't really get into the idea of a warlock. But I think warlocks and druids are probably my least played classes. At this point with Cataclysm, I feel like I'm in like the prep for Mr. Pandaria mode, where like I think I need to do a DPS class like going forward. Like that, I need to do something that cannot tank and cannot heal. Because like what happened with my warrior is that my warrior was supposed to be like a straight up DPS like class, but then I wanted to get into lots of dungeons because I got tired of questing, and then we went tank, and then I stayed tank for heroics. And then we kept tanking, and now like my guild doesn't need me to tank, because what you need in a tank is like you need someone who's gonna be there every single week, like every single raid. You need your tank, especially like you need your tanks and healers to be the same basically every week, because like as far as gear is concerned, like getting gear for tanks and healers is like the utmost importance. And when you've got a tank that's like there some weeks and they're not there other weeks, like you're giving that person gear, but it's not really helping the raid team because they're not there every raid. And so like I really feel like tank gear and heal gear should go to tanks that are actually like going to be present for the majority of raids. Like nobody can make every raid. But like if you're a raider, if you're actually a raider, which I'm not, you should be able to make 90% of the raids. Like there will be some times when like things come up and you absolutely can't make it, but if you're a raider and you agree to a raid schedule, then you should be there for 90% of the raids. And I'm probably never going to be present for 90% of the raids, especially in phases where like we're raiding 3 days a week, or there's 3 days a week of content to raid, because I just like I don't really have the time to like play for 4 or 5 hours during the day and then also play for 3 or 4 hours at night. So like me being a tank doesn't work. And like I said, my guild has 2 tanks now, and they are both players that are there like very consistently, very active in the guild. And so like I'm hanging up my guns on my tank. And I don't really have like the ambition to like gear it up for DPS. If I'm gonna be DPS, especially if I'm gonna be raid DPS, I'd rather be at range. Because being at range for me is like an easier time dealing with mechanics than trying to be in melee. Especially because like retail kind of broke me for melee, because the paladin is a melee class, but the paladin has like a 20 to 30 yard range most of the time. So now when I try to play a melee class like on a boss or in a dungeon or in a raid, like I don't ever stand close enough, because my reflex is that I don't have to stand super close. and therefore like I'm hardly ever hitting the enemy. There will be entire periods of time where like I'm standing there and I'm just a little bit too far from the enemy. So yeah, now I'm in prep for Mr. Pandaria, where I'm like, okay, so I have to just play a class that's straight up DPS. I can't give myself the option to heal or tank, because if I give myself that option, eventually for convenience, I'm going to take that option, and then that's going to screw me over for like later content. So we'll see. I don't know if that's going to be this character or not, but I'm going to play it for a bit today. Is this the Burning Crusade? This is Outlands. Yeah. I mean, this is World of Warcraft Cataclysm, but we're questing an Outland right now because we are level 58. I gotta back up. See, I'm like 0 yards. Look, okay. Kittle Cat invites you to join the guild. Okay, you guys see this, right? I can't believe this hasn't been fixed yet. Invites you to join the guild, and then this is where the name of the guild would show up. But there's no space for the name of the guild, and there's no name of the guild. And I don't understand why, like, if I go into my chat log, I can see that they're inviting me to Lich Please. So I'm gonna decline. But, like, why can't they fix this? Why? This is such a simple thing. It should be such an easy thing to go in and fix. It's a thing that happens every single time every single player ever gets invited to any guild ever at all. And it's still like this. They still haven't fixed it. I don't get it. I'm supposed to feel like there's a team of developers that works on this game, but they don't even care to fix like very simple, very easy things that are persistent. They just don't fix anything. If it's broke, don't fix it. Like, that's their motto on the Classic team. And I don't know if it's that they don't have enough people working on the team, or if they rightly just don't give a shit. It's kind of scary. It's not the kind of stupid bug that you would expect to be in a game made by a multi-billion-dollar company owned by Microsoft. It's the kind of stupid bug that you would expect to see in like a low-budget indie game. It's like a one dev game where the guy doesn't like English is not his first language, and he's a single dev making a pixel art game. Like, that's where I expect to see stuff like that. Not in a game made by Blizzard and produced by Microsoft or whatever. Like, I don't get it. Anyway, they don't care. Like, what is there anything they do care about? Because yeah, it gets really scary when you're playing a game and it's like it seems to have that level of just like no F's given. No F's given for even the simplest things that could be fixed. Like, and like, is it super detrimental to my gameplay? No, it doesn't affect my gameplay at all. It's just a really stupid thing to let stand. If I made a game, seeing that in my game would annoy the shit out of me until it got fixed. I would be embarrassed to have that in my game. I would want it to be fixed. I'd be like, come on, guys, it's a stupid little thing. We need one more line where the name shows up. Let's get it fixed yesterday. Like, no one cares. There's no one looking at the game and playing the game who cares. It's just kind of like, it's just flat out embarrassing. Why put in the effort? Why fix bugs in your game? Yeah, why fix things? I guess I thought it would be like out of just like a personal desire to like have your best work on display. That's where I went wrong in my thinking. Like I would just think that like you would want your best work on display, and like those easy fixes, those should be the ones that you just go after and take care of them. Sometimes bugs are like big and they're not easy to fix. Okay, we got all the blood we need. We got everything. We're good. Let's go back. Yeah, I get it. They're all corporate cogs. Usually you get a couple of sticklers. And those couple of sticklers, like, they say, hey, like, we gotta get it bug free, we gotta take care of this, take care of that. Like, they don't have any sticklers to, like, whip the cogs into motion and get them to fix the things. Maybe there's just, like, far spread apathy. Or it literally could be they just don't have enough people working on the classic team.
Hurry back.
And you know, they're split between SOD and Cataclysm. So that could be it too. I'm sure that's what they would say. You know, they say, we'd love to make a bug-free experience for all of our players, but we're so split between making wonderful things in SOD and pushing forward Cataclysm that we just don't have the manpower. And am I not in a guild? I'm not in a guild. For some reason, it's crazy, I know. Like, for some reason, I thought this character was in my guild. You know what? Maybe I deleted this character for a minute. Maybe I had this character deleted for a minute. Maybe that's why I'm not in a guild. Because I'm pretty sure at some point I was in my guild. Ooh, what's this? This looks like a pretty big upgrade. Nice.
Strength.
Oh my god, I have no glyphs. Glyphs could be good. Yeah, it could be useful to have some glyphs. Arcane shot, dealing more damage, don't really need it. Chimera shot, I'm not even sure that I have Chimera shot. Explosive shot would be a good one. And maybe kill command. I don't have Chimera shot, do I? No. Chimera shot must be, like, part of one of the specs. It's not. Okay, I don't know anything about Chimera shot then. I don't know if we get that someday or not. Somewhere in here there's a quest giver. I just don't know if I can talk to them while this is happening. Although this seems to be happening non-stop. I'm not sure exactly what's happening. Okay. I mean, I kind of get it. No, I really do need to take your quest. Okay. Alex, good afternoon, man. Good evening. Happy Sunday and welcome. Have I seen the Turtle WoW 2.0 trailer? Yeah, we watched it yesterday. I have installed Turtle WoW, and I have dabbled a little bit last night, and I'm probably gonna check it out on my second channel at some point in the near future. And that way, if I do it on the second channel and like any shenanigans happen, then it doesn't affect my main channel, and I don't really care. Cause yeah, I'm kind of really tired of like the concept that like these independent people who do not work for Blizzard, they're out there and they're making a better versions of Classic Plus than Blizzard is ever going to be able to make. Because the people who are making these things are actually players of the game. They're players of the game, they're people that love the game, they're people that know the game, they're people that know the players because they are a player, and they're making such a better version of Classic Plus than Blizzard is ever going to make. And if like we weren't sure of that already, then we have SOD to prove that to be true. Like, these people are making Turtle WoW, they're putting it into Unreal. And then in the meanwhile, we have the classic team that gave us sod. And I'm really sick of not being able to like appreciate the labor of love that these people have put into the game. You know, this fan-made version of Classic, which is probably truer to like a Classic Plus than we'll ever see. I'm kind of tired of like not being able to check it out. Because I'm really tired of like thinking that the Classic team at Blizzard is ever going to make anything that vanilla players actually enjoy. Like, they clearly have no understanding of what vanilla players want. They clearly have no desire to listen or learn what vanilla players want and give them that in like a season or a Classic Plus. And I don't think they're ever going to get it. And I don't think they're ever going to have people on that team who get it. So I'm just kind of I'm kind of sick of waiting. You know, we've been waiting 6 years for like some kind of Classic Plus. Like, everybody who's been playing Classic since it launched has kind of been waiting like in the back of their minds with the idea that like we'll get a Classic Plus. And then, like, you know, we got Season of Mastery and that sucked. Whatever. And then we got SOD, and SOD's been awful for people who like actually want a Classic experience. And so I'm just like I'm sick of waiting for something that's never going to happen. I don't want to sit here and wait 10 more years and just like we're still not going to have Classic Plus. We're still not going to have fun seasons of Classic Era. I'm tired of waiting for it. Most players don't know what they want. They do. Like, where you're right is that like most people can't agree on the specifics of what they want, but most people generally know what they do want. It's okay to not know like every specific of what you want, but it's fair to say that the things that are important to Classic Era players, it's the questing, it's the world, it's keeping people in the world, doing stuff in the world. Like, that's what Classic Era players want. Classic Era players don't want level up raids. Classic Era players don't want their class to feel like retail. They don't want their class to feel like Cataclysm. They don't want their class to change every 2 weeks. Classic players don't want to grind PvE events as the sole way of leveling up quickly. Classic Era players do not want to grind dungeons as the sole way of leveling up quickly. Like, it's easy to say, it's easy to generalize and kind of hit the target on what like people who enjoy Classic Era, the gameplay that they want. It's not rocket science. People who like Classic Era want a plus that still feels like Classic Era. They don't want a SOD. They don't want a Cataclysm. They want a Classic Era with some changes that feels like Classic. Now, what those changes are, that's going to vary from person to person. Everyone's going to have their own ideas on things that could change, things that should change. That's fine. It's more important to not change the things that shouldn't change. The important thing is what you don't change. That's what makes Classic feel like Classic. The things that remain the same. And so as long as you know those things, and you don't make changes so drastic that it affects like the core of how Classic feels, then it's okay. Like, even if you change something that maybe someone doesn't want, as long as you leave the things intact that they love, they're going to be okay with it. What's the version of the game that I like most? The version of the game that I just enjoy playing the most is Classic Era. The version of the game where I have fun at endgame is Modern WoW. So like they're different games. It's also a very game dev concept to say like players don't know what they want. Players do know what they want. What often happens is that players can't agree on things they want, because players all have very specific ideas of what they want. You will never ask a player of World of Warcraft, what do you want in Classic Plus, and have them say, oh, I don't know. Like, they do know what they want. Everybody has their own ideas of what they want. Players absolutely know what they want. The difficulty comes in clumping all players together and expecting everybody to want all of the same things. Like, yeah, we're not always going to agree on the things we want, but that doesn't mean we don't know what we want. But I think from like a game development perspective, for like something like Classic Era, it's, if you're going to do something new with it, It's better to highlight the things that you know you can't change. Don't take people out of the world. Don't take people out of the world experience. Don't diminish the questing journey. Don't streamline like sandboxier elements of the game. Like there are just things you can avoid changing, and then that way when you do change things, at least you're keeping the core of classic era intact. Yeah, I think most people, especially people who played vanilla back in the day, we fell in love with WoW for the open world. Absolutely. That's why I fell in love with the game. The first character I logged in was a Tauren in Mulgore. I ran around in Mulgore and I was like, oh my god, this game is beautiful. This is amazing. I'm playing in the world that I played in Warcraft 3, but look at it now. And then like the concept, like I remember the first time my friend like had me open the map. He's like, open the map. Okay, now zoom out. Now zoom out. Now zoom out. And like, oh, all of this is, and then okay, now look, all of these places. It's a different area with different flora, different fauna, different enemies, different ambience, different atmosphere, different stories, and I was blown away. Like this is what got people into World of Warcraft. This amazing, enormous open world. You just walk from one zone to the other and all of a sudden everything is different. There's always something new to see and do. Like that's how people fell in love with WoW. And then some people found raids and they're like, oh my god, I effing love raids. 40-man raids are awesome. This is great. Like some people carried on and some people then also fell in love with raids. But if you played vanilla or even the Burning Crusade, like the part of the game you fell in love with was just like being in the world. And so like that's really obvious. Like what do classic players like? They like being in the world. Do they like endgame stuff? Sometimes. Like sometimes classic era players like endgame stuff. Some of them do. But first and foremost, they like being in the world. We got a two-handed agility axe. I could probably replace it with a agility staff. We get a ton of stam. I should probably do that. Oh, we can do another axe, agility stam. Okay, let's do that.
Go forth to victory.
And like what's shocking to me is that like nobody on the classic team seems to feel that or understand it. And I would really be curious to know if any of them played the game prior to Wrath of the Lich King. Like what were their ages? How old were the people on the classic team when Burning Crusade came out? Were they playing World of Warcraft? Because if you weren't, if you're not a person who was playing World of Warcraft at least when Burning Crusade came out, like you shouldn't be able to work on the classic team. I know that means that like the people working on that team are going to be old. Like you can have younger coders and shit. I guess what I mean is you shouldn't be a decision maker. You shouldn't be a planning person. You shouldn't be like an overall design person on the classic team unless you have fucking played classic when it came out. Not classic, but actual vanilla or Burning Crusade. And like your coders and your QA and your those other people, like they can be whatever. But the people who are leading development on the classic team, like you shouldn't be in that position unless you've actually fucking played classic. And the fact that like they can't, like they do SOD and SOD feels nothing like classic is very telling. They just don't get it.
Our time will come.
They'd rather make something that feels more like retail or feels more like Cataclysm because it's what they're familiar with and it's what they think is safe.
Dark lady.
Because there are obviously people that like have no clue.
Our enemies abound.
Yeah, most of the WoW devs are young. Yeah, exactly. That's the problem.
Stay away from the voodoo.
Like the WoW the retail devs can be young. Whatever. Retail is a modern game. But the classic leads, like anybody who's in a lead position on the classic team needs to be someone who played WoW when it came out. because otherwise you don't understand, like, you don't understand people's, like, desire to play, and, like, you don't know what motivates them to play Classic Era. And when you don't know what motivates people to play Classic Era, you make garbage like sod, and you call it Classic, because you just don't know any better. Let's come over here, we'll burn the cannons first. Marson, I try not to. Sometimes. But I try not to. These are not the cannons we're looking for. Yeah, I'm not really sure what's going on. I don't think this is what I'm looking for. But Questy says that it's what I'm looking for. Eastern cannon burned. Okay, I mean, this kind of looks like a cannon, I guess. I don't know why it has a tower built on it, but maybe I just need to be a lot closer to it. Oh yeah, I just had to be a lot closer to it. It looks like it's already, like, dilapidated and destroyed. It doesn't even, it's kind of like, it throws me off because it doesn't even look like a functioning cannon to begin with. Is archaeology released? I'm pretty sure archaeology is in the game. I don't do archaeology myself, but I thought they got it in there. I've seen, like, archaeology quest markers and stuff inside 5-man dungeons. So I think it's working. Oh, there we go. There's level 59. One more level until we can fly. Billy, that's awesome, man. Yeah, I was gonna check out a high elf today as well. I just made an orc yesterday to log in and get, like, all my settings dialed in and get everything set up. But I did kind of want to do a high elf. Just because, like, obviously Blizzard never let me do high elves, so at least I can do a high elf somewhere, you know. I think, like, to start off with that, I'm gonna do the first episode or two as a recorded episode. So I'm gonna do, like, an episode 1, maybe an episode 2 as a recorded on the second channel, and then depending on how that goes and depending on, like, what happens, then I would like to stream it. I got everything set up so that that channel can stream. I got the profile set up in OBS, so, like, I'm ready to do it whenever. But I think I'm gonna drop it as like a recorded episode first. And just make sure that, like, nothing weird happens with it and that people actually want to check it out. It's kind of like a litmus test for, like, is there any interest?
Glad I could help.
And then if I drop it as a couple of recorded episodes, then people will probably be, like, a little bit more aware when I go to stream it.
Hurry back.
The starting zone has really good lore. Like, oh god, yeah. Please tell me that the people making Turtle WoW are also better writers than the writers at Blizzard. Please let that be true also. It's like, it's not only like, are their ideas better and their ideas are cooler and more enjoyable. It's like, oh yeah, please tell me that they're also just better writers. That would really make my day. I'm gonna check it out now. Maybe that's what I'll record. Maybe I'll do a high elf. I was gonna do a horde side thing, but like now I want to see that. Now I want to read those quests out. Turtle WoW is a private server. Yeah, it's a private server. It's not owned or operated by Blizzard at all. It's operated by amazingly talented fans apparently, with just a lot of skill and the willingness to apply that skill for the betterment of classic players. Yeah, the RP. Yeah, I saw the. Yeah, I did see the population sizes. I went on the one that had a population. There was the RP server, and then there was the new server, and I went on the RP server. It was nice that they literally. Oh my god! Like, imagine this. Imagine a world where you can see the numerical number for population on the server list. Yeah, they are actually transparent about how many people are playing on the server. Imagine that world. What's that like? You can do a /who and you can see the actual amount of players playing on the server at the time you do the /who, not just the 50 people in your zone, but you can do a /who, and like, as well as telling you the people in the zone, it tells you how many players are actually online on the server. Imagine like the game being transparent about how many people are playing it. They had their own music for the High Elf Zone too. That's great. No, it's gonna be good. I need a reagent. Demonic runestones. Okay. We get these from killing the demons around here. We need to combine 4 of them together. Yeah, it's hard to imagine like a starting zone that's better than the Blood Elf starting zone, because the Blood Elf starting zone is amazing. But now I'm gonna check it out. That's what I'll do my episode 1. I'll do my episode 1 on the High Elf starting zone. Like, Blizzard is not ever going to stop you, an individual, from playing on a private server. What they might do is, like, if they wanted to, maybe they could take legal action to get the private server shut down. But they're not going to take legal action against an individual player on a private server. Like, maybe one day you go to log in and it's not there anymore. But that doesn't seem to be the case, because Turtle WoW has existed for a very long time. And Blizzard doesn't seem like they're willing to go after these people at all. Furthermore, like, YouTube runs actual advertisements about private servers. Like, if you watch this channel for long enough, eventually you will get an advertisement for Ascension. And Ascension is another big private server. And so, like, not only does Blizzard not shut these people down, but they literally run ads for these servers on YouTube and other places as well, I'm sure. How come I'm back on the hunter? Because this is what I wanted to do today. Also, like, my warrior is retired. Because the guild has 2 tanks. And the guild doesn't need a 3rd tank. And what the guild really doesn't need is a 3rd tank that's only going to be there for like 60% of the raids. So yeah, they got their 2 tanks. I'm not interested in doing anything else on the warrior besides tank. So I'm retired. And now this is Mr. Pandaria planning. Yeah, this is Mr. Pandaria prep. Finding a ranged class to DPS on. A ranged class that doesn't have the option to heal or tank. Because what I'm never going to be is I'm never going to be a raider that's there for like 100% or even 90% of the raids. And when you have somebody like in a tank role, like your tanks should always be people that are going to be there every week. Your tanks are people that you need your tanks to be there every single raid. You need your tanks to not miss raids unless it's like life or death. Same thing with your healers, because you need to be giving your tanks and healers gear so that you can do harder and harder content. And if you have a tank that's only going to be able to be there for 1 or 2 raid nights a week, then that can't be your tank. Because then that person's just taking gear and they're not there enough to actually help the raid team progress. So yeah, they got their 2 tanks and I'm not one of them. So I am completely fine with that. Because yeah, I have no desire to be a person that raids 3 nights a week and makes every single raid every week. And like ultimately, like I can't. When I'm playing for 3 or 4 hours in the day, I can't have 3 nights a week where I'm playing for 3 or 4 more hours in the evening. And I probably will never be at a point where I can do that. And so, you know, going forward, like if I get a DPS class up and if I want to slide into a raid as a DPS, like that's going to be fine. Like, oh, a DPS, whatever. But I'm not going to be a tank or a healer. And not when I know I'm not going to be there 100% of the time. Yeah, Questy doesn't work. Yeah, Billy, I kind of assumed that, like, I'm probably not going to run any add-ons there. I'll probably just going to do like add-on free. I don't know if I'll bother with any of the add-ons. Like most of the quests, I already know them, and then if they've added quests, if there's stuff that I don't know, it'll be nice to like see some stuff that's new. I'll kind of figure it out for myself. The one thing I thought was really weird is that there's no auto loot. There's like no auto. You can shift click to loot everything, but there's no auto loot setting. I thought that was really weird, and I thought like, did WoW not launch with an auto loot? Did they intentionally not include the auto loot? I mean, obviously it was some kind of design choice. But I guess like it's called Turtle WoW, which implies slowness. And it is slower when you don't have auto loot. So it kind of makes sense to not have auto loot in a game that's literally called Turtle WoW. Like, what am I supposed to say? This is slowing me down. Not having auto loot slowing me down. Yeah, that's the idea. Oh, okay. Did it say it was going to be on mobile? You're talking about the move over to Unreal 5? It effing did. It definitely did say it was going to be on mobile. Can you imagine, you know, these people are going to put a version of World of Warcraft onto mobile devices before Blizzard does. Can you imagine that world? What kind of world is this that we live in? Yeah, you're going to be able to play Turtle WoW 2.0 in the Unreal 5 engine on your iPhone on your ride to work.
Be seeing ya. Spirits be with ya, man.
Oh, agility stam.
Later. Be seeing ya.
There goes your life. Yeah, you're right. Yep, I think it'd be really cool. You know what I'd love to do on like a mobile device is professions. Like so many times I'll just be like sitting up in the living room, I'll have something on YouTube, I'll just be chilling on the couch in the evening, and I would think like, wow, instead of watching something on YouTube right now, this would be a great time for me to work on my professions. But the last thing I want to do after I've left my office for the day is to go back down to my office. Like I want to hang out upstairs and like, you know, in my actual living room. And so like having the ability to play Classic on like a mobile device, like that's amazing, because then I can just like I can fish, I can do my fishing, I can do my professions, I could run around and skin stuff, and I can still be like upstairs and not spending yet more hours in my office. So that's absolutely incredible. You'd be on the toilet, right. So yeah, that's going to be amazing. And it's like, that's crazy. They're doing that before Blizzard is putting like any version of their game on mobile. Like it's kind of nuts. It's kind of nuts. Yeah, Blizzard restricts themselves too much. Yeah, right. Maybe. Like I don't really know what it is. I feel like it might be like a laziness thing. Like why reinvent the wheel? Why do something different when you can just keep doing the same thing? Like why have a team of people get Classic onto mobile when instead you can pay a different team of people to make more transmog mounts to sell on the cash shop? It's a no-brainer. The transmog mounts and weapons and all that stuff's going to be like a lot easier to make, a lot shorter like timeline for it, and you're going to make a ton of money in return off of it. And doing something like porting Classic to like Xbox or to mobile devices, like doing something like that's going to cost money. It's not going to make you any money. It's going to be a lot of work over a period of time. So why do it? Why bother?
Stay away from the voodoo.
Why? That's the difference, is like Blizzard and like a lot of corporations have a why bother mentality, whereas like independent people who are doing something out of love, they have a can we do. Blizzard says why do this? These people say can we do this? Can we put it in Unreal? Can we get it onto mobile devices? Like there's a big difference in mentality between like saying why do this or saying like can we do this. I forgot that I wear mail. I don't wear leather, guys, just so you guys know, I don't wear leather. Okay, now that we got that straight, we can wear some of this other stuff. There we go. Now we're looking good. Yeah, the Blizzard devs are doing less for their actual paid jobs. They're doing less for Classic and less for the game. Like, not the retail. We can't talk about it. It's not the modern team. The modern team is putting in a lot of work to make a lot of things in the game. And modern WoW is really good. But like specifically talking about like the Classic team, who I think have done just a fucking horrible job with basically everything they've done. You know who's good on the Classic team? The guy who does like the YouTube and the social media stuff. The social media and the YouTube guy, like those are the only guys that are like knocking it out of the park. And they have nothing to do with the development of the game. So there's that. Alright, we're doing another bombing run. Send me to the Abyssal Shelf or Spymarker Post. I think we're doing the Abyssal Shelf. How many times in my lifetime have I done the Bombs Away quest? Oh, it was 372 times. That was a close one. If we didn't get that last Overseer, we would have had to run that again. And that's painful. So how many times have I had to run this twice in my life without completing it the first time? That's a question. Is it worth it to start leveling from level 1 in Cataclysm now? What do I think? I don't know. That's like a very personal question. Like, it really depends. Do you plan on doing any raiding? I would say like there's not really like a big point to like invest a lot of time in classic Cataclysm unless you want to see how the world changed, like unless you're really interested in like the reading the quest and seeing the stories and like learning the lore of the Cataclysm, like, or you plan to be a raider at max level. Like, if you're not interested in the zone changes and you're not interested in like reading the quest and knowing the lore and you're not going to raid, then I would say that Cataclysm Classic is probably a big waste of your time. And you should maybe just wait for Mr. Pandaria. I don't know. But ultimately, like, that's like a super personal question.
Stay away from the
Everybody has to decide that for themselves.
later.
But it starts by thinking about like what your goals are.
Spirits be with you, man. What do you need?
Lael, you could live off of beef jerky. Your life just wouldn't be as long as most people's. But you could live off of it while you were alive. Return to the Abyssal Shelf is like a repeatable quest. I don't think I have to do that. I'm gonna have him send us to Spinebreaker Post. I think that's this down here.
Straight.
At least I hope it is.
Speak. Dabu.
What will you require?
This had better be good. Goodbye. Our time will come.
Roktar, may your blades never dull.
I feel like having the goblin quest for the like Zeppelin parts would be a good idea to have while we're doing this quest. So I'm gonna try to come over here and see if we can pick it up. Pretty sure this is their Zeppelin here in the distance. A guild on Turtle WoW? Yeah. Talon's got it right. I think I'm probably done having guilds. Yeah. My my success rate with guilds has not been good. And then when I do have a successful guild, it actually succeeds best without me. Which is important. That's an important bit of data for me to understand. Is that most of my guilds have been failures. But the one that's successful succeeds regardless of my existence. Like,
Keep it real.
I could die tomorrow,
Right back.
and the guild would be fine.
Yo.
So yeah, I'm done making guilds.
Right back.
What I'll probably do is, like, especially in retail WoW, I'm gonna find a guild to join for War Within. And Turtle WoW is like, you know, it's just an experiment. We're gonna play a little bit of it on the other channel. I don't know how, like, invested I'm gonna get in it. I really don't know. I could play it one time on the other channel, and like the gods could come and smite the channel. You know, that could be like, it could be like a one and done. I really don't know how it's gonna go. I'm not making any like big plans. Is the Cata Guild still good? Yeah. But I'm not really active in it. And I don't have a tank spot anymore because we have two awesome tanks. We have two awesome tanks that are there for like most of the raids. And like, I'm never gonna be able to be there. Like, I'm never gonna be able to raid like 3 nights a week, because I can't raid 3 nights a week, 4 hours a night, and then play the game and stream for 4 hours during the day, like 7 days a week. It's too much time. And so, like, ideally, like, when I raid, it would probably be like once a week, maybe twice a week, and I would just pop in and pop out like as a DPS. I guess that's why, like, flex rating is good. When did they put in flex rating? Where, like, you could have like 12 people, 13 people, 22 people. Like, when did that become a thing? Or am I just like making that up? But yeah, the guild is great. The guild's doing great. They're killing bosses all the time, and they're doing good. It was in Warlords. Like, I'd probably be better for a raid team if I were just a DPS class, not healing, not tanking, and if it was a flex raid type of situation where, like, I could either be there or not, and like my presence or absence would not negatively impact the raid. We have not been squished by the Fell Reaver yet, no. But I'm sure we will at some point if we continue to play this character. At some point we'll get stepped on. It was at the end of MOP. Oh, that's nice. So like maybe in MOP I'll get some flex raiding in. And then in MOP I'll also have looking for raid as a way to like get some gear. Like ideally for me, if I were gonna raid 3 days a week, that'd be awesome. It would have to be during the day. Like, it would have to be during the time that I naturally play. So, like, it's not like there can't be a world where I raid, or, like, 3 days a week. Like, there can be a world where that happens. But it just has to be with people who are playing, like, when I play. And I don't really know, like, how many guilds raid in the middle of the day at all. There might be some like weekend guilds that raid like in the middle of the day on the weekends, and that's what I tried to do with phase 1 of SOD. In phase 1 of SOD, when I thought I would try to raid, I thought let's make sure that I try to do this during a time of day that is like natural to me, that feels good to me. Like it feels good to raid at like 10 or 11 in the morning. So we did that for a while, and I think that was the most consecutive raids I showed up to. Now we didn't make a lot of progress when I was in those raids, and ultimately I got tired of BFD. But yeah, like that worked a lot better when it was a raid that was going to happen during the normal time that I'd be playing the game. And not a raid that was going to happen during a time when I would usually never be playing the game. So like I think for like retail, for War Within, if I want to do raiding, I'm going to have to look for a guild that raids like weekend days or even weekdays. I just feel like weekdays that's going to be like hard to find. But I feel like I could probably find a group that raids like weekend days. Weekend afternoons even. I doubt I'll find my ideal like Saturday, Sunday morning groups. Like I'd love to just raid like Saturday and Sunday mornings. Like wake up, have some coffee, take the dogs outside, settle in for a few hours of raiding. Saturday, Sunday. That would be like... And then you know, do like 10 to 1. And then I have the rest of my day to go do stuff. That's the dream. I'm assuming I can't LFG until level 60. Oh, shoot. I can LFG. Okay, why have I not been doing this? For some reason, I just thought like we couldn't get into the BC dungeons until level 60, but apparently we could do them at level 59. Average wait time is only 4 minutes. If that turns out to be true, I will be pleasantly surprised. No. Don't go in, don't go in. Okay, good. There we go. What do we need? We need footmen, we need knights. And all I'm finding are mages. Where are all the footmen and knights? Maybe they're further out this way. We are survival. Yeah, survival is, I think, the best hunter spec right now as far as damage, which is surprising. It's also like the funnest from like a button pushing standpoint. Add a 0 to the average wait time. That's pessimistic, but we'll see how that works out. It could be true. Yeah, people don't like retail survival. I was excited when I found out it was going to be a melee spec, but then again, like, I'm not a hunter player. So my excitement doesn't matter. Like, I think people who are actually like hunter players were very underwhelmed with the modern WoW survival hunter. Alright, now we need a few knights, and we'll be all set. The knights might be, like, wandering around a little bit more. Sometimes they hang out by the towers. That was about 4 minutes. Might have been less than 4 minutes. Very nice. Granted, we don't have any of the quests yet, but that's okay. We'll probably end up doing them multiple times. This is the problem. We have somebody else back here hunting for knights. That is part of the problem. Okay, we're doing Blood Furnace. Oh no, we're doing Ramparts. Okay. Okay, we're getting right in. Okay, oh, we got a... Ooh, what's this?
Blood and thunder.
Oh, I can get the quest.
Farewell.
Oh, they put the quest into the dungeons.
For the Horde.
Oh, that's so good.
Victory.
Now I actually have to go press buttons. So the only AoE I have is multi-shot, right? Like, I don't have like a volley type ability or anything. Oh, we are just mythic plussing this. Welcome to M Plus Cata edition. I don't have like a sustainable AoE that I can actually like throw out continuously. Like, maybe I should do like some more traps.
What have we here?
Heal me! Quickly!
They didn't heal him quickly enough. Male with agility, stamina. Okay, yeah. Lots of sockets there. Let's take those. Let's pop those on. Oh, it requires level 60. Requires level. We'll hit level 60 in a second. Like, yeah, like next pull we hit level 60. I'm probably doing like no damage, but like, what are you gonna do? You know? Not really a lot I can do about it. Like, I literally don't have any buttons I can push continuously. It makes it really really. What the hell is this? Supplies, Hellfire supplies. I don't remember a quest for supplies. Okay. Firstly, let me go back and loot the boss. I'm just gonna have to like take a minute here because like I would very much like to get these quests done. Everybody in this group seems to not need them. So they can go on ahead and kill stuff. I don't remember a quest for supplies. Did they add this? How did I like healing on the priest? Are we talking about the retail priest? I didn't like it. No, I don't, I'm not a healer in, well, and the thing is, like, I guess, like, the button pressing was okay. Like, the rotation, not rotation, but, like, the way you heal on the priest was fun. Healing in modern WoW is not fun. Like, pushing the buttons was okay. It would take, healing would have to be, like, very different for it to actually be enjoyable. The problem with healing in modern WoW is like you're either bored enough that you're working through like a very boring like DPS rotation because nobody's taking damage and you don't have to heal them, so you're just doing damage, or everyone's taking so much damage that you can barely keep them alive, or they're just being like straight out one shot. Like there's no middle ground where like you're healing and you're keeping people up and you're doing triage and you're prioritizing the most hurt person and you're keeping them alive. Like there's no middle ground with healing in retail. You're either DPSing because no one's really taking damage, or so much damage is going out that it's hard to keep everybody up. So it just doesn't feel good. Because when you're DPSing, you're working through like just this really boring, really gimped like DPS rotation. So like DPSing on healers doesn't feel good, but you have to do it. And then healing doesn't feel good because either they're all alive and they're fine, you don't need to heal, or so much damage is going out that like people are almost dying immediately. They really need to like find a way to make it like more enjoyable. Or they need to get rid of healing, get rid of the healing role altogether. And that way healing classes can simply have a support spec, and you can make the support spec like interesting to press the buttons. And you don't have to worry about like directly healing people. Most tanks can already keep themselves alive indefinitely, so the healer mainly only exists to heal somebody when like a DPS F's up, or just for those abilities that purposefully hit the group and they just deal tons of damage on purpose. Like that's the only time a healer is needed, because healers no longer really have to keep their tanks alive. Tanks are fine no matter what. Like when I enjoyed healing the most was just like on my holy pally. Like Wrath, Cataclysm, a little bit in WoD, Legion. Like I didn't raid a lot in those expansions, but like that was kind of back when like healing was simply like you were a healer. Like healing was what you did. Sometimes I remember melee swinging on the paladin because like there was a mechanic where like if I did a melee swing I was regenerating mana, and like that felt okay. It was nice to be in melee. But I wasn't like trying to like do a lot of damage in melee. I was simply doing a melee swing so that I could take advantage of my mana regen. And that felt fine. I liked that on the pally. It's like, okay, I'm in the melee, like I'm not really responsible for doing DPS, but I'm doing a little bit of DPS so I can get my mana back. Like that felt good. I don't know if we did all the quests here. We looted the dudes, we got the supplies. So that's fine. We'll turn these in. I did loot all the bosses.
Zug Zug. Farewell, Dabu.
Let's see. Agility, stamina. Yes, please.
Victory. Strength for the Horde. Strength, Dabu.
Invading the Citadel. Oh, okay.
For the Horde.
It didn't say we had completed that one, but apparently we had. Well, that was quite a bit of XP. That was nice. And with that, I believe... Okay, we can't fly yet, but we should be able to learn flying. I'm gonna hold off. We're fine for now. Next time we're back in town, we'll train flying. I wonder if it's like probably valuable just to queue up more often, you know. Is it valuable to like kind of always be in the queue? Because we're getting like bonus experience. We're getting a satchel, we're getting gear, so like maybe it's maybe being in the queue is the way to go. What are we getting out of the bag? Okay, that's good. Amy, you guys are out? You guys went out? Alright, thanks for letting me know. Is this Cataclysm? This is Cataclysm, Mark. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, this is the hunter that I leveled up in a recorded series. Yeah, I haven't been using Serpent Sting at all, that's true. When things die so fast, it's really hard to worry about it. Johnny, thank you so much for the $5 Superman. I appreciate that. Thanks for being here and hanging out with us. Like in Hunter's Mark, like things die so fast. Like on normal packs, I can't even get a Hunter's Mark out. If I wasted GCD in a Hunter's Mark, like everything's gonna be dead. I don't have a lot of like really sustainable AoE stuff right now, but I don't know if that ever changes. I guess I need to like, I mean my fire trap is probably decent AoE. It's not really on a very convenient like key binding right now. Maybe I do this. Well, either way I have to push 2 buttons, which is kind of bothersome. Alright, the good news is we got all the knights that we need. So let's head out of here. We will head back in this direction. We're looking for parts on the ground. We're looking for the Hellfire Spine Leaf. I want to take care of those before we really get into like the boiling blood area. We get volley in the upper 60s. That'd be nice. It'd be nice to have another AoE that we could lay down. Eventually we get a quest for these buzzards, but I don't know like where it chains from or if I could already have it. Yeah, it comes from the goblins, but they didn't seem to have another quest for me right now. Maybe it's a chain that happens after the parts we collect. Mike, I'm glad you like the variety, man. I think that like it's hard because some people like consistency, and so there are some people that would like to see me just focus on one thing. But I think for streams, especially, like I think variety is important. As long as there are different things that I'm like able to enjoy doing, I feel like variety is good for the streams. And I feel like maybe consistency is more of like a recorded series thing. Obviously, there are times when we're like super into one thing, and then that's fine. But I think like ultimately, like a little bit of variety is good. That's exactly why I'm doing this today. Like, I just wanted something a little bit different, and I thought like, what could I play that would be something that I could enjoy, that maybe could have a purpose later down the road. And I settled on this character. And yeah, the button pushing here is pretty fun. We're not killing stuff as quickly as we were in the old world, so I'm able to work through like a little bit of a rotation. It's decent. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, when things first come out, then like we're gonna focus on those for a while. Yeah, when War Within comes out, we'll probably be like doing mostly War Within stuff. I'm not sure how I'm gonna handle War Within, as far as like what content is gonna be on stream, what content is gonna be recorded. I feel like I really want to do like a lot of the questing and a lot of the reading of the quest as a recorded series. I think I'm gonna stream opening night, and then I'm gonna do the quest as a recorded, and then I think for streams I'm gonna focus on dungeons and delves. And dungeons, delves, professions. I think I'm gonna be doing War Within on stream and the recorded stuff, but I think I want the quest reading, especially after the first night, to be handled through a recorded series. I'm still trying to figure out like exactly what that looks like. Because yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. It's been something that I've been mulling around in my brain. Like, do I want to stream like every single second of War Within? Or do I want to like focus on questing, like just recording it? And then doing like lengthier videos, like doing like hour-and-a-half videos, pushing those out like twice a day, and then like would do a couple hours on stream, like doing delves, doing dungeons, doing professions, and doing like some side content. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. We'll see how it goes. Yeah, that's true too, especially like maybe people that don't want story spoilers and they want to experience all that stuff for themselves, like then they can just watch the streams. And then people who are powering through the game but they want to hear the quest, like they can just listen to the recorded stuff. So I know like when a lot of people play, when the expansion comes out, a lot of people like they level as fast as they can. So even people who would be interested in the quest, like a lot of times they don't read the quest because they're trying to level up. Ra, good afternoon, man. Welcome to the stream. Thanks for stopping by. But yeah, we'll see how we handle it. Part of me would love for it to be a recorded series that does well. It's been a minute since I've had a recorded series that I was both excited to be doing and that has actually performed well on the channel. And I feel like a big release is a good opportunity to have a recorded series that kind of like pops off a little bit. But like I said, at the same time, like I also am going to want to be streaming at least some of it when it first comes out. So I just need to find a way to do that. I could do two different characters. Like I could do it that way. I could have a recorded series character, and then I could just have a character that we play on stream. Like I don't really know like how that looks though. Nah, I kind of want to just focus on one character. I kind of want my Shadow Priest to be the only character I play until I've done everything I want to do on the Shadow Priest. So yeah, I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, it's one of like, it's one of the conceptually difficult things about having a YouTube channel where you stream, but where you also want your recorded content to do well. It's really hard to have both of those things do well. Like, by its nature, like having streams kind of like immediately diminishes how many people watch the recorded stuff, just naturally, because if you're streaming for 4 hours a day, like there's only so much of the channel someone's gonna watch. There's only so much time in a day. So yeah, it's really hard to have a channel where both types of content do well. At least it has been hard for me. Like, maybe other people in like different types of content are like do better at it. But for me, like, it's been really hard to like balance the channel and like work that algorithm in a way that actually like grows the channel at all. Blood Moon, welcome to the stream. Happy Sunday to you. Thanks for being here. Yeah. We'll see how things shape out for War Within. I kind of like the idea of recording the quest and streaming other stuff. It's just gonna come down to like how I choose to split my time in a day. But that would almost be ideal if like after opening night it's a recorded series. But that's weird too. It's weird to have an episode 1 that's a stream VOD, and then to move the subsequent episodes to recorded. Like, it's a little bit weird. I haven't done anything quite like that. I need to boil blood. I need to boil blood over here. How much blood do I need? I need 12 bloods. We have 2 bloods. That's not enough bloods. We also need just more Zeppelin parts. And honestly, it often feels like the more I stream consistently, the more the YouTube algorithm kind of forgets about my recorded content. And it doesn't push the recorded content to anybody. Nobody sees the recorded content. And that seems to be like a trend the more that I stream, especially when I'm streaming like every day. I feel like I eventually have other things to do here. Maybe they are like follow-up quests. I remember burning towers. Yeah, burning towers, I remember. Maybe we'll get that next. Maybe it's a quest that's like waiting for me back in town. And ramparts again. Okay. Alright, I know a little bit more of like what to expect this time around. Which is just that we are gonna go. Yeah, we're gonna get flying soon. Whenever we go back to town. Everything just dies too fast. There we go, I got a shot off. I guess I could like just start attacking stuff ahead of time. Like not wait for the tank to pull. Could be a way to actually get some damage off.
I'm gonna enjoy this.
Heal me! Quickly!
Got cloth shoulders, stamina like spirits. Yeah, John, I don't think anyone's sick of Cata. I think there are people that don't like Cata and they don't play Cata. But Cata is like the place to be, and like typically with WoW players, people will go to like the most recent hottest thing. And right now the only recent thing is Cata. So yeah, right now Cata is the busy place to be. It's just that there are people that don't really like it. I happen to be one of those people where like Cata is not my favorite version of the game. But still pretty active. The best thing about Cata is that it'll be short. it will last nowhere near as long as Wrath of the Lich King lasted. So for me, that's a positive. There we go, aspect of the pack. By the time everybody gets sick of Cata, Cataclysm will be over. Because the last content drop for Cataclysm happens in January 2025. So like by January the last raid will be out, and a few months after that people will be over it. Am I gonna play Mop? Yeah, I'll play Mop. Mop's gonna be a lot more fun for me than Cata. Mop was an expansion that I took a break from the game. Me and my friend leveled up pandas together. And I burned myself out because we like power leveled them, playing like as much as we could every day, and then like
You have faced many challenges.
we have faced many challenges.
They were all in vain.
Pity they were all in vain. By the time we got to max level, I was burned out. So like I quit Mop pretty early. And I came back a little bit at the end of Mop, and I played a little bit on the Timeless Isle. I remember playing on the Timeless Isle thinking like, hey, Timeless Isle, this is pretty fun content for a solo player. But for the most part I missed Mop, so I think Mop will be more interesting to me. I also like the leveling zones in Mop. Like the endgame leveling zones are like 100 times better than the Cataclysm leveling zones. So that's a positive thing too. But yeah, I'll play it. I will probably always play like whatever they decide to pop out for Classic, you know. I'll probably play it. Now, will it be awesome? Will it be fun? Will I super enjoy my time? Well, that'll probably depend on the expansion. But yeah, I'll probably stick with it all the way to Shadowlands Classic. If we get a Shadowlands Classic, I'm out. That'll be the end of it for me. But I would probably go so far as Legion. The cool thing is, if we ever get a Legion Classic, I'll be able to do Mythic Plus. And I didn't do any Mythic Plus until Season 3 of Dragonflight, so if we get to Legion Classic, I will get to go back and do those first Mythics. So that would actually be kind of cool for me. As someone who, like, did not do Mythics at all. Like, when Mythics came out, I stopped doing 5-man content. And from what I've seen, like, in Legion Time Walking, the Legion 5-mans are really, really good. Yeah, coming into the game at the end of an expansion would probably be pretty rough. Yeah, that's not like a super like new player friendly time. If there even is like a new player friendly time to get into WoW, I think it's always been hard to get into WoW. Yeah, I think it's always been hard to get into WoW, and I think it's hard to get into WoW, especially if you don't have any friends that play WoW, you don't know anybody in the game. I think it's always like a hard experience, but it's especially harder at the end of an expansion. I'm not sure how my pet aggroed the guy over here. That's interesting to me, kind of confusing. Not really sure how that happened. You can definitely level solo in Classic. Yeah, you can play you can play all of Classic by yourself without ever grouping up. Now, will there be some quests that you can't do? Like, yeah, you'll miss out on some elite quests. But you can definitely, like, I play primarily solo. Alright, we have 12 blood. And with 12 blood, we can go to the cauldron, we can boil the blood, and then we can be done with this quest. I guess I don't really know where we're boiling the blood. Over this way. Oh good, my pet has made friends. Mantar, good evening, buddy. Welcome to the stream. Thanks for stopping by. Yeah, I like the Burning Crusade leveling zones. Yep, they're really good. You take a ton of quests, you go out into the world, and you stay out in the world for a while. and you do a bunch of quests, and then you come back and you turn those quests in, and then you get a bunch more quests. So it's pretty solid questing. It has a nice flow to it. Alright, that's all the parts we need. Oh, I have a Warg Master's head I have to go after. Let's go back and do that. He's probably in the kennels, I guess. Let's just run right there. We'll probably pull a bunch of guys, but that's okay. Oh, somebody just killed him. Oh, there he is. He respawned really quick. Okay, so we'll turn these in, and then I think we'll hearth back to town so we can pick up flying. There's really no reason for us to be running around on the ground right now when we could fly. Also, let's go ahead and I'll pop us back in the queue for another one.
Strength and honor. Fight well, friend. May your blades never dull.
We're getting the Zethkor Must Burn quest. Is it going to be worth it just to go back and grab flying? Probably.
Wakra, go forth to victory. Be safe. Strength.
What now? Remember, patience, discipline.
We got level 61, that's nice.
What now?
Alright, we still got lots of stuff to do over this way, but I am going to hearth back to Thrallmar so that we can learn to fly. Which classic expansion did I enjoy the most? TBC. Unfortunately, but prior to Cataclysm, TBC was the shortest classic expansion. But yeah, TBC was really good to me.
Glory to the Sindoran.
What you need, go forth to victory. May your blades never dull.
I need glyphs. I'm gonna spend my talent point. It looks like we were going into TNT. When you deal periodic damage with your Immolate Trap, Explosive Trap, or Black Arrow, you have a 10% chance to trigger lock and load. Okay. I don't really know how important that is. I need to get down to Black Arrow though. Sniper training increases critical strike chance of your kill shot ability. And after remaining stationary for 6 seconds, your steady shot. I never stay still. And I don't really want to stay still. Oh, here we go. Targets hit by your multi-shot are also affected by your serpent sting. Let's do that. That sounds good. As a way to get like a little bit of extra AoE. I'm gonna have to look up a spec and like respec myself at some point. I think my spec is messed up. We're looking for the stables.
Relax.
We can learn to fly in Kalimdor at level 60. Well, that's nice.
Talkie talkie.
There we go. Alright, so I think I'm just going to head back down here and get that stuff done. Although we do have a quest to turn in. Let's turn this one in. I think I'm going to focus down here for a while. I know we have stuff to do up north. I think a lot of people would be happy if there was just a Burning Crusade server where they could just go play Burning Crusade. I would go play Burning Crusade on a Burning Crusade server. It wouldn't need to have any changes or anything.
Trust no one.
Yeah, I would love to have a fresh start TBC server. And I think they should open a Wrath server back up too. I think like ultimately it's a really huge mistake to not have at least one of each server type open. I would much rather they spend their time and energies like maintaining a TBC server and maintaining a Wrath server than to spend those energies making garbage like SOD. And like, you know, I would rather just not have SOD. And I would rather have a TBC server and a Wrath server still like alive for people that prefer those eras. What am I supposed to burn with the torches? I think I'm supposed to burn like maybe the towers or maybe the buildings. Barracks, hovel, western hovel, and stable. Okay, so we're going after the buildings. So I need 4 torches overall. I want to do that, but I would love to... I'm not going to have time. I'd love to get my torches lit. Let's kill this last peon and then we'll take the queue. I'm hoping to one day get Blood Furnace. But that might not happen till we're level 62, I guess. We have 3 Death Knights. And they're equal representation. We have Unholy, Blood, and Frost in one group. I don't think I've ever seen that before. That's pretty neat.
This may hurt a little.
Heal me! Quickly!
Leather with agility stamina we don't need.
Insolence will be your death. It is not over.
You have faced many challenges. Pity they were all in vain. Soon your people will kneel to my lord. Your time is running out. My lord will be the end of you all.
Oh, the Hell Reaver dropped. 30 strength, 27 stam. We don't need it, sadly. Do the flames only stay lit for a certain amount of time? I had like 4 torches in my bag that were lit. And now I don't have any. Which is bothersome. Yeah, we have 3 unlit torches. Like, can I not have multiple lit torches at a time? Okay, I can. I'm not sure, like, what happened to the ones that I had. Maybe they have a timer. Oh, duration 5 minutes. Yeah, they do have a 5-minute timer, so they must have burned out during the run. Shit, I think I already did that one. Okay, yeah, I'm wasting torches. Yeah, it's the hovel that I need. Is that the only place to light the torch? I have to go all the way back here every time I need to light a torch. Okay. Good to know. Did I get the eye? I thought when you got the eye, it gave you like some kind of buff or something like that. I don't see that we have a buff. I'm gonna try one more time to get the eye. Is my pet killing it? I think my pet's just like flat out killing it. Yeah, that's what happened. That is unfortunate. Because now I think we're waiting for respawns. All right, maybe I'm skipping this quest. Yeah, I don't really want to wait around. Maybe we'll be back here like some other time.
Look, Ron. Fight well, friend. May your blades never dull.
How, how? Farewell. What can I help you with? Or the Horde? What's up? Keep it real. Glad I could help. Hurry back. Glad I could help. Keep it real. Hurry back.
How do I like the fox pet? It's okay. I honestly, like, I hardly ever think about my pet as far as, like, what my pet is. Which, in this version of the game, like, it doesn't seem to really matter, like, what kind of pet I have. Yeah, I haven't really thought about it. Like, pet classes are ultimately kind of wasted on me. Because, like, sometimes I come across something that I like. Like, I came across this. I think we found this in, like, Winter Spring. And I was like, oh, that's cool. And then I just kind of never thought about it again. I think I have a cat, too. Yeah, I'm not sure what kind of cat I have. Oh, was this, this might have been Ekiyaki that we tamed, like, really early on. That's the cat I have. Let's cross our fingers for Blood Furnace. Blood Furnace. Okay, very nice. Okay, there are quests. Let's grab the quests.
Thrall Hall. For the Horde. Be safe. For the Horde.
Very nice. Yeah, Ekiyaki is a Baron's quest. I'm probably mispronouncing it, so like I'm sorry. It's a weird name. Ekiyaki. That's as best as I've got as far as like how to pronounce it. Oh, you know, I actually need to be looting these guys. I can't just like fly through here with these people. I have to actually like take the minute that I need to loot, because otherwise we're not going to finish the quest.
Perhaps I can find a use for you. Stay away from me.
We got plate with agility, strength and stamina. Not what we need. We have a dead tank. I didn't notice that. How'd that happen?
Illidan is an arrogant fool. I will crush him and reclaim Outland as my own. Alright, there we go. That's 10 out of 10. Now that we have that talent where multi-shot lays down Serpent Sting, we're actually doing pretty decent damage. And I haven't been bothering to use my traps even.
Another stamina, intellect, spirit ring.
Wretched, meddling insects. Release me, and perhaps I will grant you a merciful death.
Ignorant whelps! Let him loose! He'll kill us all! Who dares interrupt? What is this? What have you done? You'll ruin everything! Good luck. You'll need it.
And a two-handed axe with stamina and attack power. We don't need that either. I'm assuming, like, attack power... Is attack power good for us? Like, is it better than agility? I'm just gonna greed on it. Oh, we won it anyway, so that's fun. And now we have to... Let's teleport out and teleport back in so that we can turn the quest in. Because I think the quest turn-ins are back at the beginning of the run. Yeah, there we go.
Speak, friend. May your blades never dull. Magraw, strength. Be safe. Go forth to victory. Strength. Brawlhall.
And we didn't finish this one. Fell Infusion Rod. Oh. This must have been something that I was supposed to loot off of one of the bosses. Like, maybe I can go get that. Because who knows if we'll be in here again. It looks like it was off the first boss. Nope. The body has despawned. He's gone, so we'll get it next time. Blood Moon, thanks for hanging out. I appreciate it. We'll see you next time. Leave group. Alright. Let's see. We are going after the Voidwalker Essence. Oh, we did hit level 62, like, barely. But we got it. We have an unspent talent point. Let's keep going into Serpent Spread. That's working out really well for us. Justin, good afternoon. Welcome to the stream. Thanks for stopping by. That is 10 out of 10.
Time is money, friend. Keep it real. Glad I could help.
Alright, guys, I am out of time for today. I really appreciate you all hanging out with me and letting me play some of this Cataclysm Hunter. And this is probably a character that we'll see a little bit more of going forward. So yeah, I appreciate you guys being here for it. Tomorrow, I don't know what tomorrow holds. We will be back. We will be streaming. I don't know what we'll be streaming yet, but it will be something, and it will probably be World of Warcraft. So thank you guys very much for being here. Hope to see you again tomorrow. As always, take care of yourselves out there in the real world and take care of each other. And we will see you back here again very soon. Bye for now.